Okay, hi guys. Today we're going to assemble a single welt pocket. To do that, you're going to need a piece of fabric with punch hole on it, 2 centimeter smaller than the size you want your pocket to be. So if your pocket is going to be 14 centimeter, you put it at 12 centimeter distance. This piece, you're going to fuse it to reinforce the emplacement of your welt pocket. To apply your fusing, a good trick is to press with your iron. You press, so when you reverse it and you have to glue your fusible, you could see the line. It makes your life easier. Also, it's a guide. The crease of the fabric is a guide for your sewing also. You're going to need also a big pocket bag that is going to be 6 centimeter wider than the punch hole. So I have 1 centimeter on each side for the notch and an extra 2 centimeter on each side. The depth of your pocket, it does not really matter. You're going to have also a lining piece, so I call it the small pocket bag, that is 2 centimeter shorter than the big pocket bag. The last piece you're going to need is a welt pocket, 4 centimeter wide, fuse. Okay, so to start the assembling, you're going to take your welt, place it at the bottom of the 2 punch hole, center your notch, so they should be 1 centimeter out on each side. So you place the welt at the bottom and you take the big pocket bag, right side with the right side, and you place it right over. Then you're going to sew from the notch to the notch at 1 centimeter distance on each side. That means on the pocket bag and on the welt. Take your time, make sure you don't go over. You stop exactly at the notch and backtack. Start and beginning. Same thing on the other side. So you go on the other side, the fuse side of the fabric. You could check, see if your lines are really parallel, and if they have 2 centimeter in between. Then, with your finger, you separate the fabric and cut could even do it from that side. Cut the fabric right on the middle line until the punch hole. See a little punch hole on both sides. Now you go on the fuse side and you're going to notch all the way to your stitch. So it's going to do what we call a ducktail. It's important to really cut all the way. To your seam. And then you turn your pocket bag and your welt inside out. Now what I'm going to do is go press the seam allowance of the welt open like that. Okay, so you press your seam open and then you fold the welt pocket pretty much halfway, and at this point you have to go check on the right side of the fabric, see if the size of your welt is okay. So you could place it until it matches perfectly the corner. And press it like that. We're almost there. I'm going to go back to the sewing machine now and assemble the lining piece. Okay, at this point I'm going to sew the lining piece. So I'm going to lift the big pocket bag and I'm going to assemble the lining piece to my welt, only to one layer of the welt at 1 centimeter. So the welt with the lining piece. Good side of the fabric with the good side. You could go press it down or understitch on the lining to keep it flat. Okay, now to stabilize your welt pocket, you're going to hold the seam allowance together, flip it, and sew them together. So I do it again. I go grab the 2 seam allowance, the fabric and the pocket bag and the welt, 3 layers of fabric, and I'm going to go stabilize my seam by sewing them together. You don't have to go all the way to the first seam. It could be smaller, it's not a problem, but for sure you cannot go further. So when this is done, whoops, pocket bag, we're going to go tack the ducktail. So lifting the side, make sure you pull on the fabric to make it really straight, and you're going to go tack the ducktail. Inside is no problem, but you cannot go further. Tack one ducktail, and same thing on the other side. So I flip my fabric, hold the ducktail down, I'm pulling a bit, and I'm going to tack the second ducktail. And we're almost done. The last thing is to attach the 2 pocket bags together, the lining and the self. So from the top, you lift the side, and at 1 centimeter, you're going to sew all around. I did the round bottom to my pocket bag, so if I want to overlock, I don't have to stop and do the corners. Here's your single welt pocket, functionable. Usually, if you're not planning to use it, it's just there for decoration. You could always tack from the top to hold it closed. That's it for today. Thank you.